First thing I'm working on today is moving the residential and also the amusement park. So I'm gonna put the amusement park back here, and then I'm gonna put the residential closer to the downtown core. I think this is gonna work out because it's gonna give the amusement park a ton of space, and it's gonna give the residential area a ton of space as well, which is excellent. Now this is hard for me because I specifically built my amusement park for like a long, narrow section in the existing Lego city that was like 4 base plates by 12 feet long. And it's like, well, that layout isn't gonna work for this new layout because it straight up isn't. It has to be rebuilt. So I've got like this very complex puzzle on my hand, and it's built using fragile Lego, and there's like things falling all over the place, and I'm like trying to piece the existing amusement park back together, but I know ultimately in my mind it has to be redone. So it's like, what am I doing here? This is gonna take a very long time to put back together, and there's not really any point to it. The only thing that I can do at this point is just group this stuff together. So all the residential buildings right over here. I think that's where the residential is gonna go. And then all the amusement park components here. So you've got like the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster, the double Disney castle. And then when I actually get around to building this section or developing it, well, then I can have a look at it and say, okay, well, all of these specific plates and weird train track configurations that I made are pretty much void because they just don't work for the layout that I want to create in this space. For example, the big brick train station, it used to go right here, and all sorts of weird stuff had to happen in order to accommodate that. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that in this layout because I have more space, so I can better fit this in my Lego city, probably somewhere near the downtown core. So just taking that out of the equation pretty much changes all of these plates that went around the Ferris wheel, which used to be plopped down right there. So it pretty much changes everything. Also, the existing tables, once again, were 4 base plates. This one here is 7 base plates. If I'm gonna place the amusement park here, I'm not gonna make it 4 base plates, I'm gonna make it 7. I'm gonna make it bigger because I have the space to do so. So that pretty much voids all of this stuff. The only thing that doesn't have to be changed is the actual rides and attractions. So yeah, like when I get around to actually developing the amusement park, I'll take care of that. And in order to continue developing the residential area, well, I need to build more roads. Pretty much at this point, I just need more structure. Like I need to take all the road plate packs that I have upstairs and start building mass amounts of roads because that's just what I need. I need more. I need more base plates because I've got all this open space, and in order to start mapping it out, like normally I would start with my train track and my roads, which was no problem with the old layout because I had enough train track and I had enough roads to do so. But how am I supposed to start mapping this out when I don't have the train track and the roads built ready to go? It's going to be a little bit difficult to start mapping things out if I don't have my base structures. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. It's a huge undertaking here. Oh my gosh, what have I got myself into, hey? Luckily for me, I'm passionate about this. It's my job, and I, fortunately enough, have a lot of road plates and I have a lot of train track. It's just a matter of getting like the half base plates for them, building them so that they have sidewalks and fit the area, building more T intersections. For example, my old Lego city had very few T intersections, and now there's T intersections everywhere that don't line up. So I've got to go through and build a whack of T intersections to try and, make this work. So now the fun begins. But hey, I think it's off to a great start. I think the position of everything, once again, I think it's working out. So it's just a matter of starting to develop it now, really. So I guess the next thing I've got to do is go start building some roads. I figured the best place to start was with the roads that I already have constructed, because I found some in that black tote there. Also, I've got a bunch of like one-way roads that I used in front of the amusement park in the old layout. So I'm taking those one-way roads, which are on half base plates, and I'm converting them onto full base plates, and I'm making them the standard road, because I don't think there's going to be one-way roads anywhere here, and I need those half base plates for other purposes, such as train track and filling in weird half base plate spaces, and I don't want to use all of those for roads which aren't going to get used right away, so I figured I may as well recycle those. And as I build these different roads, I look around the Lego city and I say, oh, that one needs to move, this one needs to move, I'm going to move that one over here, I need to build 4 more of these, 5 more of these, and just sort of try to get a game plan as to what I need to build. I'm delighted to introduce today's sponsor, Gentle Bands. Gentle Bands is reimagined, handcrafted bands for men. Their rings include some crazy material like titanium, dinosaur bone, ancient meteorite, and much more. The designs draw inspiration from sci-fi films, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. My band is called Rune's Whisper. It looks sick. The contrast between the brushed black tungsten exterior and the silver bevels definitely gives me some Empire vibes, which I'm a huge fan of. They offer a whole line of force-bound rings inspired by a galaxy far, far away called the Galactic Collection. We've got Imperial Might. It includes meteorite. Imperial Circuit, which looks like an incredible design. Wrath of Night, I love the look of that one. The red line of the bellow opal really pops. Obsidian Rule, that one's real nice. You can also make your ring extra special because right now Gentle Bands is offering free engraving. They also have some pretty awesome policies such as a hassle-free, no question asked return policy, lifetime replacement, lifetime warranty, and best of all, they collaborate with family-owned workshops and use sustainable material. If you're interested in Gentle Bands, make sure you check out the pinned comment and also description below, where you'll find a link to their website and also an exclusive 25% off Bricksie discount code that can be used to save on awesome bands. And we're back to more road building. So I'm actually just going through and building some more T-intersects because you need a bunch of those, and also straight ones. Now, I'm not completing them with sidewalks and with the road extenders. That's just because I may as well do that later. Every single road plate, in fact, every single plate in this city, no matter what it is, needs to be reevaluated one by one on an individual basis. And I need to determine what needs to happen with that plate. Oh, I need to fix these trees. I need to add more bushes here. I need to add some more different vegetation here, or I need to add like a ramp going up to the driveway here, add some lines going into the fire brigade. There's just so many things that has to happen for every single plate, whether it be train track, road plate, modular buildings, amusement park rides, campground plates. Everything needs to just be modified or fixed up in some way or another. So you can see what I've got going on so far, and then I discovered something. I actually need to shift the forward section of the modular buildings half a base plate, and then I need to shift the other sections with the Avengers Tower there over an entire base plate, and that's going to free up some room in the space there and just make more sense with the current road configuration, which of course could change in the future. I still want to do angled roads and stuff like that, but I'm just going to build it as a grid right now, just to get everything up off the ground and just to start moving forward with something. But hey, with the residential buildings consolidated, I really like the look of that block. Now I just need to build more road plates. I've got these 48 by 48 gray base plates, gonna put those in front of the zoo, and then I'm gonna grab some green 32 by 32s because I need to build roads and I don't have any more base plates. Gonna have to buy a bunch of base plates at some point. Wow, like a lot. And then I'm gonna have to buy material to mill split all of those base plates as well. But I'm building more straights and T-intersects to go around the residential area there. And then as I place those, I'm looking at other ones and saying, oh, this one needs to be broken down, or this one needs to be a T rather than a curve, or oh, maybe we could move this one over here, and just sort of making small changes as I place those other road plates. Behold my mess. Yep, there's stuff all over the ground. What I need to do is go to IKEA for the 100th time and get some more of the legs with the wheels on the bottom. Similar to that table right there. It's got the wheels on the bottom. It's awesome. It can move around freely and easily. I've got more tabletops, for example, this one right down here with the road plates on it. And it just needs legs, surprisingly enough. I used to have a lot of legs, now I don't. I've also got another tabletop over here, so yeah. Got to do that because I can use these as work tables and I can wheel them up and down with parts. Maybe they need some drawers in them, whatever it may be. I just need some sort of system down here. So yeah. Do these need to be on the ground, the packages that is? No, I just keep forgetting to bring recycling bags to the studio here, so I don't know where to put my recycle. There's probably a better spot for it though. So the Lego City is coming along great here. We got all those road plates built and integrated, starting right up front here where I have the zoo. So there's these road plates right here. They're lacking sidewalks. That's because I'm going to integrate the train track right into the side of the road, just like it used to be in the Lego City. So that will be cool. And then I've added these 48 by 48 gray base plates out front of the zoo. I like that because maybe I can do some more like green space out front of the zoo, parking lots, turnarounds, stuff like that, just because we have the room to do it. Also, there's another series of 48 by 48 plates right there that has the top of the hospital on it, and that's going to be used for expanding the zoo. But yeah, I swapped up a bunch of the road plates here, shifted everything over as well. So now this is just a group of 4 base plates. That's a group of 4 base plates. Positioning of modular buildings still not finalized. Don't worry, it will change. And the road plates, I decided not to work on them. Like, for example, I decided not to put sidewalks on or bicycle lanes or green because I don't know what's going to go on this side here. I don't know if the raised train track is going to go there like it used to be, and it's going to be green space, or if that's going to be sidewalk. I don't know if the bicycle lane is going to go on this side or that side. So I need to sleep on that before I start adding all of these interesting details to the road plates. I feel like that's important before I go ahead and just spend a crazy amount of hours building like 100 road plates. But I also want to wait until I have the right labor here as well. Simon, he still works for me. Jose, she works for me. And when they're here, we can team up and we can try and get more of these road plates built quicker. And they can also just help me build them in general. Be like, sorry guys, today I need you to build 20 of those. Because my time is better spent planning on what we're going to do next year, coming up with the next video, and being also the guy behind the camera and the guy in the camera who's moving this stuff around. So I don't have time to sit here for 5 days completing these perfect road plates, although I will, you know, participate as well just to try and expedite the process and get it done. I really do like the huge open space here. Look at that between the amusement park and also the residential area. There is so much open space. Yes, that is awesome because this half of the city is going to be all of this city. It's where you have all the modular buildings. All the city-related stuff is over here, and there's open space, which is great because I'll be able to place the train stations properly, have more train track, and also have some raised places in the city. For example, it could start going up here toward the mountains that I want to build over there. And we have space over here as well, so I can start to add more elevation and start to have some angled roads going up, and that definitely is the plan. I'm going to go all in on this layout. You better believe it. It's going to be an exciting 5 years. Well, we'll continue to have fun after 5 years. I promise you that. One thing I'm extremely excited about is the mountain range. And I keep bringing it up, and I want to bring it up again because the mountain range is going to be awesome. I want to put the mountain range in the center, going back, branching off to the left, like a right angle. I think that would be fabulous. It's funny to me. In my last video, which was a hyped video, the top comment, the most liked comment, the most commented on comment was somebody who said, I never comment, but this time I've got to put my foot down. I don't think you should put a mountain range through the center of your Lego city. His reasoning, because you suck at building mountains. And there was, I don't know, 80 thumbs up and a huge string of comments agreeing, and it was like, it sort of hurt. That one hurt. Do my mountains not look good? Do they really suck? Are you serious? You think that this mountain over here doesn't look good? The Ninjago mountain? I think, I do agree that I have built some ugly mountains in the past, but I have significantly improved with the Ninjago mountain and also the Mountain View Observatory. And I'm going to tell you right now, I appreciate your comment. I do ask for your comments. That one sort of stung, and I have like refrained from looking at the comment section because of those styles of comments, but I honestly think that those look good, and I hate to break it to you, pal, I am gonna be building a mountain range running through the center of the Lego city, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to pull everything together. It's gonna allow me to connect the water. So the water is here, it goes over there, and I still wanna run some sort of canal through the Lego city. Where that's gonna go, I'm not too sure, but eventually that's going to connect to the water on the mountain range, which hosts Ninjago, and some of this water can flow into the countryside, into the downtown core, wherever it may be, and I just think that the mountain range is gonna provide a nice background and backdrop for all the different sections of the Lego city, and I genuinely think, and I think the comment section from when I produced or when I built these mountains agreed that they looked pretty good. So I don't know where that came from. I think that came out of left field on me. It really actually quite shocked me. I had a smile on my face. I was like, really? Yeah, it's sort of like, what? Oh, okay. And then to see like so many thumbs up on it, I was like, wow. I can't believe it. I think these look good, and that's my personal opinion, but that's each to their own, I guess, when it comes to Lego. I just wanted to let you know that I don't really care. I am going to run with my mountain idea because I think it's going to be ballin'. I know in a recent video I stated that I would no longer let the comment section get to me, but I just want to let you know that that comment didn't really get to me. I was actually smiling. I was like, whoa, okay, that's sort of strange. And the reason I read all the comments is to, of course, heart all the good comments and say thank you so much, and also get great ideas from the comment section. So thank you for all your positive vibes and also your positive critiques. It's awesome. I appreciate it. Also recently, well, I've mentioned it in previous videos, I'm working on placing a massive order, and in that order is mountain building material. We're talking like 3,000 green 2x4 bricks, all sorts of dark gray slopes, like the tall ones, the short ones, the long ones, every single different type, all sorts of snot bricks, curved slopes to build different types of rock work and mountains. So I'm gonna have like an insane amount, I just bumped into my robot again, an insane amount of pieces to build different styles of mountain ranges. So yeah, I think the future is bright in that regard, and I'm really excited about it. I read somebody's comment saying that what you should do is the mountains should go up, 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 and then the highest point back here should be the snow-covered mountain, and that's where you have like the hidden winter village. And I thought that was a really cool idea. So the next thing that I want to run with here is adding more structure. So I added some structure with roads over here, and I want to continue adding more structure with train track. I think train track is a great way to sort of lock in the perimeter of your Lego city. Same with roads, they really do a great job of locking in your buildings and stuff like that. But train track is gonna help me lock in the countryside. The countryside is something that's a little bit of a question mark right now because all of those modules essentially need to be redone. The Lego City downtown core looking pretty good. The roads locked everything in, pretty awesome. But now if I can somehow get all of my train track and try and get that train track going through and around this area, it might help provide a little bit of structure for future changes that are going to have to happen over here. In addition to setting up the train track, I also decided to clean up my mess. I think that looks a little bit better. It might get messy during the day, but at the end of the day, I want to clean it up so it's ready for the next morning. See, I've got the train ready to go. Check it out. It's right there. It's on the track. All aboard. Let's go. It's going to go around the entire city. So it'll probably service the zoo, I would imagine. There'll be some sort of train station. There'll be train stations all throughout the city. The freight lines can go into the train yard there. It's going to pass through the countryside along with the medieval area. So passengers of the train can get a nice view of the entire city, pass underneath the mountain, which will host the winter village. The winter village will have its own trolley as well, which will be up in the mountain. Then it's going to go around the amusement park, and the amusement park will have its own line as well, which of course will be the Disney train, along with the Hogwarts Express. However, the Hogwarts Express might actually be on the city line. You never know. King's Cross. It's going to pass through the downtown core here, service the residential as well. And then make its way past all these modular buildings and through the canal, around the corner, and back to the zoo. Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good route for it. I mean, of course, it could change. I did put one switch track in, and that switch track is located right there. And that's going to allow the train to switch right there and pass under some very ugly mountains and head back through the residential toward the downtown core. Now I was thinking maybe the switch track should be located on the other side of the residential area. So for example, it could go right there where Grop is laying down in the Quickie Mart. He's having a little nap, and pass through the tunnels right there, which would go under the mountain. And that would separate it further from the other line, which goes around the amusement park. I just think maybe that'll make a little more sense, and I can make that adjustment very easily, just slide all this stuff back a half base plate. But yeah, I'm thinking the raised platforms are going to be over here. That probably makes sense because this is like the city side, and then the gradual decline of the mountains will be on the other side, whereas this will be more of like a steep incline. But there we go. I've got the train track set up, which I think is pretty exciting. Of course, the train track itself is completely random at this point. I'm using pretty much all of my train track. Well, I shouldn't say all of my train track. I mean all of my straight train track. Because the train track packs, they come in such weird configurations. You get stuck with a bunch of curves and a bunch of flexi. I've got way more curves upstairs. I don't really like the flexi because it gives like that bumpy effect, and the trains don't really like that at all. So what I've got to do is order a bunch of straight train track from somebody on Bricklink, whoever's got like the best price. I don't know if you can buy it from Lego on Bricks and Pieces. That would be interesting. I'd have to look into that, see if I can order straight train track directly from them. That would work. That's how they should sell it. Maybe you can, because I need more straight train track because I still want to run with that subway idea. So what I'm going to do is actually buy some shelf brackets, and I'm going to put those shelf brackets on the 4x4 post legs. So there'll be a shelf bracket, and then I'm just going to run shelves all the way along, so they're going to be removable. And then I'm going to build up the background of that with Lego bricks. That's going to be a huge project too. But I also just need more straight track because I used all of the stuff from the elevated line, and I still want to have a raised train track somewhere in the city here. So between the train yard, the regular train circuit, the elevated line, the Winter Village line, the amusement park line, the subway line, I'm going to need a lot more straight track. Like a lot more. It's going to be crazy. I need a lot more of everything. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to get this going at least. Not too bad. Just got one train zipping around. She puts a smile on my face. And I'm happy to see it. I guess I got to get this train station put somewhere too. Got to decide where that's going to go. Because there's another one right here. And then another one right there in the raised platform. Yeah. So lots of train stations. And I'll have to build more as well. That's for sure. But there it goes. I consolidated the amusement park stuff, moved the residential buildings, started working on the road layout. Well, I guess continued working on it. Those have still got to be refined. And then we set up the train track. And I also brainstormed a bunch throughout the day. And just like that, another day is gone. I cannot believe how fast time is going here in the Lego studio. Having a lot of fun with constructing the Lego city though. I've been waiting for these days or waiting for this for so long, and here we are. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. Farewell.